Let me show. Gosh, I just opened on the page and it said rapist. Woo! Okay, scary. Hi guys, today we're doing a fun tag. We're doing the mid-year freakout tag and I'm so excited for this. Look at this shirt, by the way. It says, I can fix it already, I can. But for the torture portraits? No. For the torture poets department. Made this, oh, look at this. It says torture poet on the sleeve. Can you see that? Oh, my hand doesn't go that way. It says torture poet on the sleeve. So I'll be reading the questions somewhere. Like, I'll be reading them here or I'll be reading them there. It depends, okay? So the first question is the best book I've read so far in 2024. This was a hard question because I've read so many 5-star reads this year. But I was thinking, like, what's the book that I constantly think about? And that would be Camera Shy by K. Cove. Now, I'm not going to divulge very much into the books because I don't want this to go on forever because I can yap a lot about the things that I love, especially this book, which I do love. If you see ears, that's my dog. Okay, that's him. So, Camera Shy is a contemporary romance, an adult romance. Really spicy, really loved it. The basic premise about this book is about this woman. She's turning 30. She and her boyfriend goes to dinner and she's like, I saw the ring, this man is going to propose to me, can't wait. And she's like searching through her cake. She's like, where's the ring, and he's like, oh, so you know. She's like, yeah. And he's like, okay, will you marry me? And she puts the ring on her finger and he's like, oof, I hate that, take that fucking off right now. I'm breaking up with your fat ass and goodbye. So she's like, she's literally like shot in the heart. She's like, and she's like, okay, you know what, screw you. She goes to Vegas to house sit for a friend and babysit his fish. And she basically meets a new man and they fall in love. I love this book. We have a curvy female main character. We have a photographer boyfriend that like takes boudoir photos and it's so good. We have some friends with benefits type situation, forced proximity. Really, really good. And he falls first and he falls hard at all. He does. The next question is the best sequel you've read so far this year. It has to be The Right Move. Now, this is the second book in the Windy City series by Liz Tomford. I read Mile High, first book in the series, last year, and it was one of my favorite books ever of last year. We also had a curvy. You know what? If we have a curvy girl anywhere, I'm like, you have me. Like, I already love this book. I'm already giving this 3+ stars. Then the rest comes. Like, so. This doesn't have a curvy girl, but I still loved it regardless. We have sports romance, fake dating, forced proximity, book obsessed girl. So I guess that makes up for the curvy girl stuff. Is a book obsessed girl. He builds out a bookshelf, and I loved it. I also gave this 5 stars. So I think the third and the fourth book already came out, which I haven't got. I have the third book. Have I read it yet? No. Okay. Question is a new release you haven't read yet but you really want to. Now, I don't know if these qualify as new reads, but I also have 2 answers. So the first is The Serpent and the Wings of the Night by Carissa Broadbent. Now, this came out last year, I think. So I really want to read it. They came up with new covers though, so maybe it counts. So we have The Serpent of Wings. No, not The Serpent of Wings. The Serpent and the Wings of Broadbent. Why am I saying that? Please cut. We have The Serpent and the Wings of Night. Okay? So I really want to read this. I know I'm gonna love it. I don't know why I keep putting it off. But I really want to read this. The book I really want to read is When the Moon Hatched by Sarah A. Parker. I don't know when this came out, guys. I just saw it on TikTok and I'm like, that's pretty. I need it. So I bought it. Okay, I bought it. It's stiff as a brick. Like, you can build a house with this thing. But it's really pretty. Like, let me show you. Okay, so we have, look at that. Look at that. It's really pretty. I can't wait to read it. Do I know anything about these books? No, I do not. I do not. Question 4, most anticipated release for the second half of the year. I have 2. The first book is The Apprentice to the Villain, and then the third book in Lila Sage Blue Rebel Ranch series. So those 2 books, I'm very excited. They release, I think, in November, like right in time for my birthday for me to buy. Okay, so we're all working with a plan here. Question 5, my biggest disappointment so far. That has to be The Cat and Mouse Duet by H.G. Carlton. Like, girl, what were you thinking? Like, when I read that shit, I was like, this is the most awful thing I've ever read. And I was like, everyone's raving about this man. I'm like, he's awful. I hate him. It's really disgusting. I was like, sis, man. Cease. And I thought I was gonna love it. Yeah. The next question is biggest surprise of the year. And this has to be hands down The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. I didn't think I would like this, mostly because it's like really different from what I usually read. Just a self-report that I just read romance books and I don't read anything else. But yeah, this was really different, and I was thinking like, I know I need to give attention. I need to understand what I'm reading, because with romance it's so mindless, you don't really care. Like, just read and it's fun and it's easy. But with The 7 Husbands, I really wanted to understand. I really wanted to see what the hype was about. So I read it, and no surprise, I loved it. I really did. It was so good, and I just loved it. Loved the lesbian romance, loved everything about it, loved the characters, I loved how it progressed, I loved the way it was told. Sorry, let my dog in again. Come in. Okay. So yeah, I really recommend it. It was so good. Favorite new author or new debut to you is definitely Lila Sage, and this is the first book I read from her. I saw the cover on TikTok, and I was like, I need that in my life. I need that. So I read it, and no surprise, I loved it. I love her. I'm obsessed with her now. I have a second book, a third book being a most anticipated release at the end of the year, because I just know I'm gonna love it. I'm gonna be obsessed with it. So this is like a small town romance. I love everyone so far. I loved it. I can't wait to start the second book. I have had it for a while, and I've just keep putting it off. I really need to get into physical books again. Newest fictional crush is the next question, and I have 2 answers for this. Obviously, I'm a whore. What do you expect? So that's Famine from Famine. So he is a horseman from the 4 Horsemen series from Lord of Thalassa. I have read the series before, recently reread it, and I am obsessed with Famine, as I was the first time I read the series. Are we surprised? No. Famine really hates everyone, and I love that. Like, you go king, you hate everyone, we all really do suck. So he literally hates everyone but his girl, and I'm like, obsessed. So that's Famine. My other fictional crush is Aurelius from the Broken Vampire, Forsaken Vampire series from Penelope Bossetti. Is like a massive series which is interconnected, and we get crossovers, and it's like, girl, she's really doing the most out here, and she's literally dropping books like go. She's like dropping them. So this new series, I read the whole series, loved it, really recommend. And Aurelius, I'm coming for you, you're mine. We have newest favorite character, and this was really hard to pick one, because I meet characters every day. I meet new characters every day, and they all have a special place in my heart. But one of my favorite characters is Pestilence, the actual horseman. He's so funny, he's so witty, he's so dumb. I loved him. Another favorite character is also Sarah. His the female main character in this novel. She's also really funny. I really loved her, loved reading about her. You know what, now that I'm saying it, I really loved every character, like in the Four Horsemen series, especially Anna from Famine. Really loved her and Famine's dynamic. They're all so funny, so witty. The banter is top tier. The next question is a book that made you cry? And that would be The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. Are we surprised? No. Enter proof here, if I can find it. Enter proof here of me crying my fucking eyes out. Okay? I was sad. Girl, I was crying the whole damn time. I was like so sad. I was like, give this to me. Number 12, the most beautiful book you acquired this year. Now, I don't have it with me because it's still arriving. It's getting shipped soon. And I have two. The first book would be A Ballad of Sea and Sky by whoever. I can't remember the name, but the first book is A Ballad of Sea and Sky. This is a special edition that I ordered a few months ago, and it's getting shipped in September, so it's going to be here soon. The second book, also really pretty, gorgeous edition, is A Rivalry of Hearts by Tessonia Odette. Tessonia, I think I'm saying that right. Tessonia Odette. This is like a rom-com, fae, Bridgerton. I loved it. Can't wait to get this in my hands. What books do I need to read by the end of the year? Well, first, I have a book I need to read that I'm not going to mention. It rhymes with Blorth Free. Okay, I need to read that. I have it, and I do want to read it. I'm just not promoting the author and her evilness. The second book I really want to read is Ruthless Vows by Rebecca Ross. I read Divine Larvels last year, really loved it. And I need to see what my girls and boys are doing in here. I need to see, so I really want to read this by the end of the year. And I know this is also going to be a favorite read of the year. Those are all the questions. Thank you guys for watching. Do what you want to do. If you want to see my pretty face, subscribe. If you want to give me a like, oh my god, I'm so honored. Thank you so much. If you want to comment your answers to these questions, go ahead. I really am gonna read them, no doubt. I'm gonna put them in the description if you want to see the questions. Thank you guys again for watching. Please don't be mean to me. I'm gonna tell my mom, okay? And you really don't want that. Okay, see you when I see you. Bye.